Aries. I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. And this is your monthly forecast for August 2015. Aries, it's quite a intense month for a lot of us. We have Saturn that is going direct, and this aspect we're not going to be seeing for the next 27 years. We then have Jupiter that is entering Virgo, and which is the first time in 12 years that is happening. And then we have the beautiful Venus that is in fact one of the most talked about aspects this year, and she's going to be retrograde the entire month, which is quite a rare aspect. We're beginning the month with Saturn that is going direct, and he's going direct in Scorpio. And this aspect is happening again in a part of your chart that we have been discussing for the last 2.5 years. It speaks about intimacy issues, it speaks about joint resources, and it is also speaking about intuition. Now Aries, this is quite a difficult aspect in the sense because Saturn, when it moves over here, he tends to bring about a lot of responsibility. So it's about shared resources, it's about doing the right thing, it's about responsibility, it's also about how it is that you again psychologically look at your own conditioning on doing things that are right, that you consider are right or are wrong. And this is a house which symbolizes transformation. It speaks about growth and change, and only change and growth that can come through transformation. So all through this while there's been a lot of introspection. There's been things about going, you could be going through the thing of a pro and a con. Do I need to be doing this? I don't need to be doing this. Is it the right thing? It's not the right thing. And this is a time where Saturn is saying that whether you like it or not, it is going to be it just pushing you to make that change, and change something which you're not really going to be happy about making that change, but you will really not have much of a choice. And it will be less painful if you go along with it, if you're more flexible. And because this also speaks about your joint finances, it's really speaking about maybe a more restrictive time wherein you feel that you're not being supported financially, or you feel that you should be earning more, or you should be getting more, or maybe your partner should be supporting you more and you're not feeling supported. It can also be that towards a partner, a financial responsibility increases more, and that could just be pressurizing you more. And this is something that this entire thing of how you look at intimacy, how you look at sharing resources, or try not to get onto a transactional mode as well. Aries, try not to get into that thing of if I give this then I get that, and that could just sort of hamper the growth, or even not allow you to look at things very differently. Now Jupiter is going to be entering Virgo, and this is happening for the first time in 12 years. And the only issue over here is that Jupiter is detriment in this particular aspect, and by detriment we mean that a planet is not really functioning as well as, it's not retrograde, but it's not really functioning as well as it's supposed to be functioning. So it speaks about maybe you're supposed to be Jupiter being expansive, and it's adding all the exuberance, it's the great benefactor. Maybe it will not be able to do all that for you. It's feeling quite restrictive in this place. So it can be that, and because it's aspecting a part of your place that's speaking about your day-to-day chores, your health, and it has to do with your work. So you may find that you are doing a lot of work, but work which really that has not much value, but it is just sort of increased a lot on your plate, and you could be feeling quite out of focus, or you could just generally be feeling quite agitated by it, thinking that you're not really adding much of a value over here. And this is a time also where you are being encouraged to focus, prioritize on what is important, and then move on to go on being far more productive on what it is that is required. So this is a time where you are being asked to reprioritize, you're asked to focus, and you're trying to also and also try not to scatter yourself too much in various directions. This is also a time where there is a possibility for a lot of you to get a new job. Maybe for some of you who have been trying and have been looking out, you could hear some good news, but again, it may not be, because this aspect is quite restrictive. It may not be as good as you thought it would be, or you may find that the portfolio or the work that you're doing is just a repetition of what you have been doing. Maybe it's not as exciting, not as challenging, not as mentally stimulated as you thought it would be. Venus is going to be going retrograde the entire month, and she's the goddess of love, beauty, and also value. So this month, entire month, the focus is on children, it is on values, and it's also on creativity. Now Venus is going to be coming and asking you what is it that you value as far as your relationships are concerned, as far as love is concerned. Maybe you will be questioning your love relationship and seeing as to what is the value that it brings to you. There could be a lot of thoughts around what is it that you are giving, what is it that your partner is bringing on the table. And this, because this particular house also has to do with children, it could be that a lot of expense could be getting incurred towards a child, or it could be that a child, there's a concern around a child, that you could be either worried about, or there's a lot of energy around maybe doing some work regarding the child. Maybe a lot of you could be looking at newer colleges, you could be looking at investments. Now Venus retrograde, specifically because it rules money, it does not speak about buying big ticket items or investing a huge lot of money, because you normally tend to look back at this aspect with a sense of regret and saying that, oh God, why did I do that? So it's not also a great time to be making these large sums of, or spending these large sums of money that is there, because Venus also rules the aesthetic, the physical beauty. It's also a time which is not recommended for going in for a new wardrobe, you're getting your hair done, changed rather, or even going in for any kind of a cosmetic correction. It's not the best of the time. And the thing with Venus retrograde is, because it's not that frequent, say maybe like how a Mercury retrograde is, it's that much far more potent, and it's that much more complex to understand. And it's really a time where past lovers, past relationships could come back into focus. Maybe some of you will go back to an old relationship that is there, and you will be thinking about the value that old relationship brings or gets to you. So there are quite chances that a lot of you will go back to an older relationship and sort of try to put things in order over here. There's really truly nothing to fear about a Venus retrograde. Now it's just that it's just wise to be careful, and it's definitely not recommended entering into a new relationship or even getting married during this time. However, there are a lot of cases of people getting married and the marriage surviving during a Venus retrograde. So a lot of changes for you are in store, Aries, especially with Saturn going direct in Scorpio, and the next that you'll be seeing this aspect is only in 27 years. So make full use of what is it that the Saturn is trying to teach you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I'll see you again next month, and thank you so much for watching.